Welcome to Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development. So current time of 10:47 a.m. on the Eastern Time on the third day of this year, 2023. Hope you guys have a great week so far, and also happy Tuesday. Ethereum closed $1,210, that about 0.31% so far. On the over crypto market, we are still relatively suppressed and mitigated, not really moving up or down. Across the spectrum, I would say the highest that we see so far would be Solana, currently up about 16.05%, which is mainly driven by its own micro affectation. If you look into the technicals, we are definitely surging due to a specific catalyst that's propelling this assets to be going up. But in terms of, is it an organic move based on a technical spectrum? No, I would say it's not. There's definitely some whale activities that's happening. Some media posts that has happened in the recent time frame that propel this to go up from here. And if you look into the news front, like what's really driving this, we could take a look at this real quick. Increased by more than 12% within the last 24 hours. It seems like with respect to the article, over the last 24 hours, Solana has risen by 12.81% to 1109. This is contrary to a negative trend over the past week where it has experienced a 2% loss, which across the whole market has been. The chart below compares the price movement of volatility for Solana over the last 24 hours to the price movement over the past week. The gray bands, Bollinger. So this is more of a technical article. But I think this is mainly driven by some specific media affectation. Okay, I see it. So seems like Vitalik Buterin, which is the founder of Ethereum, has tweeted in support of Solana. So in addition to that, with supplementary support coming from Cathie Woods, Vitalik Buterin. So it seems like there's some media manipulation that's happening to drive Solana to go up to 17% at one point so far. So interesting, but it's more of a risky proposition if you're really thinking about chasing into the pump that we're seeing right now. If you take a look at the chart, it looks like we're quite extended, and the next level of resistance could be somewhere around 70. So that's coming shortly. But the weekly, it looks quite muted, despite it's up 17% because it's relative, right? And then also the monthly, it is looking to consolidate and looking for some sort of a landing zone as we bounce from the $8 mark before. But Ethereum, the technical front is the same. I would say nothing has majorly changed compared to our analysis yesterday. Daily, it is still looking to kind of cross down eventually. Weekly, it is still looking to cross down eventually. And then as we complete the cycle of oscillation, which we need to deplete daily, weekly, and subsequently align with the monthly on that landing, we should ideally see some bullish trend happening. But with respect to the time frame, well, this is months away. So ideally in the near term, Q1, Q2, some volatility in more of a downside of the spectrum would make more sense than the upside. And I would say this is applicable to the Bitcoin side of the equation as well. Currently down 0.10% so far. Muted on the monthly. Weekly looking to kind of cross down eventually. On the daily, it is looking relatively more bullish than Ethereum for some reason. You could see that we are looking to kind of cross up eventually. But is it going to be a major cross up? I would say no, because of the rejection somewhere happening around 49 or 50 out of 70. So we're 45. So some short-term pump up to the next level of 17,000 would not be a surprise, but I think that's about it in terms of the bullish momentum. And I'll take a look at the media front before we leave off today. I do have to hop off in 5 minutes because of a meeting. It seems like across the spectrum, there's been some volatility with the S&P. Basically, today is technically like the first day of trading. We saw some buying pressure in the first half of the day across the whole market, but obviously as you get that pump, a lot of people just kind of gave up from there because ultimately the long-term outlook, in the next couple of quarters is still, not the most bullish in terms of psychological sentiment. So driving Apple and Tesla, which are key market drivers, onto declining. And also with respect to Tesla, shares has tumbled 10% following delivery report, which makes sense because of the geopolitical tension, but also with respect to the COVID situation in China, that's also mitigating the bullish sentiment going forward. But in addition to that, I would say nothing really specific that we need to learn about. The VIX is relatively high because of obviously, a lot of big tech companies the tech giants specifically are. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Turn this into a message. Are leaning more of a decline, suppress psychological sentiment. So unless we get some confirmatory signal from the CPI and the FOMC meeting coming up, unless we get some clarification and proactive tactical next steps from the Fed going forward, we might still be in a bit of a funk going forward. So I appreciate you for joining me today. It's a relatively quicker one than usual. My schedule is relatively hectic today, so I want to just address up front, just to keep ourselves up to date and up to speed. But apologies for the shorter video. But thank you for joining me, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one tomorrow. Take care. Bye.